Hello everybody! Today I'm gonna do a bit of a different video. I've had a few comments regarding how I arrange and sort of stack up my vocals for the Ghostified songs, and I thought I would show you whilst I'm recording a small snippet of Peacefield. And I'm not sure how long this video is gonna be or how long it will take. But I'll try to make it as efficient as possible, and yeah, let's dive in. I really need to get a better mic arm because this one won't stand still. But anyhow, I think I'm gonna have to do this, at least for the talking portion. So basically what I've got here is the instrumental track from Peacefield, which everybody knows. Yeah. Separate Ways by Journey. And I also got the vocal track right here, which I mainly use for analyzing if there's a specific effect or to figure out how many layers of vocal there is in the track. And as for Peacefield, if we give it a quick listen, you'll hear that it's a pretty wet vocal track with a stereo delay.
Dawn of prosperity, a faded scar,
which kind of goes
an ended calamity,
back and forth.
A slaughtered czar.
And when we get to the bridge, I try to decipher how many layers of harmonies there are, but I think I hear at least 2 or 3 of the lead vocals and then maybe 4 or 5 harmonies together.
This is what dreams are made of. This is what they're afraid of. Around with no reason.
And they're not perfectly aligned either. At least it sounds like they're sort of right there when it...
Reason.
That one.
The dark is the season.
And there you have the vocal alignment thing again. And then when it comes to the bridge, we have a bunch of vocal layering going on.
Your love, bright as the starlight. Oh, child, still we can see.
We have, again, at least 2 or 3 main vocal lines, and then a couple of octaves.
Your love, bright as the starlight.
And a couple of pedal notes.
Your love, bright as the starlight. Oh, child, still we can see. A black moon over the Peacefield. Oh, child, stay close to me.
Yeah, that's how I basically sort of analyze how the vocals are sort of layered. And then I usually just go and add 2 or 3 lead parts. And the main thing that I do to try to make it as wide and luscious sounding is I usually do 1 pass of the lead vocal and then maybe another just to make it a bit fuller. But then if I only go around doing 2 tracks, I usually use the lead vocal, this one right here, and I basically just make it as wet as I like it to sound. Bunch of reverbs, bunch of delays. And then the dub track, which is this one right here, I usually put a plugin called Genome by 2 Notes Audio, and they have this thing called stereo width. Yeah, so now you're hearing the lead vocal dub track. And what the stereo width is doing is basically just, it sort of gives it a false double-tracked, panned left and right illusion, and it sounds, it really sort of helps get this stereo field a lot bigger sort of wideness to it. And then you can even sort of mess around with the tightness, you can mess around with the balance, if you want it all to the left or to the right, but it was a different direction than I did. And then that's basically what I'm doing to get the massive, luscious, spacey vocal vibes, at least for modernized Ghost songs. I'm gonna do a pass through of the vocals right up to after the first chorus, I think. Yeah, right up till that point. I have a really hard time singing on camera. Basically, I'm gonna do a speed run through this. I'm gonna keep the camera rolling, of course, but I think I might have to do that after lunch because I'm getting hungry and I'm off to run some errands. But I'm gonna keep the camera rolling whilst I'm doing the recording and speed it up so you don't have to listen to the immense amount of vocal takes that it's gonna take me to get this down. When that's done, I'm gonna show you my vocal chains and all of the harmonies that I think is in the track. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna do my best. So when I snap my fingers, the whole speed king, no, that's Deep Purple. The whole speed run through thing is gonna play back, and I'm gonna layer some funny music and see you on the other side.
Many hours later.
And right here, I'm noticing that my mic wasn't recording. But basically what I was saying is that now all of the recording is done, and I'm gonna play back and show you all of my plugins that I use and so on and so forth. Enjoy. Let's continue.
The dawn of prosperity, a faded scar, an ended calamity, a slaughtered song. We all need something to believe in until it's over. Anything, anyone, anytime, but it's not over yet. This is what dreams are made of. This is what they're afraid of. The rhyme with no reason. When they finally reach you, you will have seen through the darkest of seasons. Your love bright as the starlight. Oh child, still we can see a black moon over the peace field. Oh child, stay close to me.
Yay, everybody's happy. So basically what I'm doing mixing wise is the lead vocal track is I'm mainly using a LA2A emulation from Analog Obsession just to take off some. I haven't really got a clue how compressors works. I usually go with a preset and then I just fiddle some knobs. That's basically just keeping it together a bit. And a graphic EQ, boosting some high end and removing some bottom end. And then the secret sauce is Valhalla Supermassive, Valhalla DSP, on the 8th pre-delay Echoverb setting. It's glorious.
The dawn of prosperity.
Just the amount of space in one plugin. And that's covering all bases of reverb and delay in one plugin, so I don't have to stack up a bunch of things. And on the dub track, there's also an LA2A, a stereo delay, and then a Genome, just to make it wider, because I tend to hear that instead of taking the hassle to record the track 3 times over and then pan them and mix them that way, this just makes more sense to me.
A faded scar, an ended calamity.
And moving on down the mixing chain, all the harmonies in the bridge, just LA2As all the way, a little bit of leveling here and there. And then when it comes to this bit,
Your
love stuff.
your love bright as the starlight. Oh child, still we can see.
That bit, I'm using a vocal transformer on the 2 octave parts, just bringing down the form end a bit and mix down to 77, and I think the other is at 70%. Yeah, just to make it a bit fuller. And another genome. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's how I do my vocal tracks, vocal stacking, whatever you want to call it. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any more questions regarding all this studio magic, as you might call it, please let me know in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell and, I don't know, take a cup of coffee or two, or how many suits your needs. And don't forget, I'm running a GoFundMe for my Ghostified album to be released on streaming platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Pandora, Tidal, whatever. And check the link in the description box, and I'll see you next time. Hej svejs!